I don't believe in ghosts, but that makes me even more fascinated to go find one. I know it's kind of a double-edged situation here. The thing is that the fact that I don't believe in ghosts makes it even more of a whatever. I'm not gonna find anything. Nobody ever finds anything, and that's the fun thing about it. No one ever finds any of that crap. And I've been on the fence with believing in ghosts and not believing in ghosts. And then of course the question comes, well, what am I gonna do with a ghost if I find a ghost anyway? Hello? I think a lot of people try to find ghosts for either unanswered situations in their life. They want answers, so they try to go find ghosts, or they are grieving over a lost one, so they go try to find the ghost in that situation. But to just go and find ghosts, especially someone like me who doesn't really believe in ghosts in the first place, I think the chances are very low, because I'm already what? But that's part of the fun. So let's see. So I got myself from Amazon as cheap as you can go ghost kit. So I'm gonna use that, and we're gonna see just what I can find. And I'm excited. So we're gonna start, and we're gonna see where this takes me. So when you're walking into a dark room for the first time, you're trying to find a light switch to turn on the light, and the room is dark. And your first thought is, man, I gotta find that light so I can turn it on so I don't stumble, or I can see what I'm doing. But that first feeling of a dark room it's kind of eerie, it's kind of discomforting, and you want to turn the light on as fast as possible. I think to me the worst imaginable scary, creepy thought is me trying to find the light switch in a dark room, and some furry hand or some hairy furry hand grabs my hand, grabs a hold of it, and then puts it on the light switch, and then lets go, and then I turn the light on, nothing's there. To me, that's my ultimate fear. So me turning on the light switch, I can't find it. Where is it? Something grabs me and puts it there. Yeah, we got a problem if something like that happens. So that's my first fear. So the first thing that we want to do is, when we're going into a room, that initial fear, that chase, that I gotta find a light, that's what it's all about. That's what that excitement, that's that adrenaline, that's what it's all about, is that dark room syndrome. I have always been fascinated with a lot of different aspects of approaching ghost hunting. Just the fact that it's come on, there's not going to be anything there, and it's a bunch of hocus pocus, like a dust speckle, or maybe something a wind drift will come through, or a light bulb will flicker or something. Okay, so my ghost stuff came in today, so let's check it out. So in my ghost kit, I have just the bare necessities. The first one is this pretty cool little thing. I love this thing so much. This is a ghost detector. It's an EMF reader, but you can also be used to find the readings of electrical charges of ghosts, and it will detect if something in front of you is moving around, or was there, or whatever pathway it crossed, like a snail trail, if you will. That's kind of cool. It's got this green light bulb, and if it lights up, it's going on red right now because it's reading my phone. If we are in the red, if it goes on the red, that means we're in trouble. And right now it's going crazy because it's between the microphone and my phone right now. So that's pretty cool. Secondly, I got this really cool UV flashlight. Apparently, ghosts don't like UV flashlights, from what I understand. It will keep them at bay. So this is like, if you will, a shield for myself, which is hilarious. Like how much of a shield could it be? Who knows? And I got these really cool. Light up balls, which I call grenade sensors. And what you do is you turn them on, and they go crazy. Now, after 10 seconds, they will turn off, but if you disturb them, or if something passes through it, perhaps like a ghost, it will go off again like this. So this is my sensory little grenade bombs here that I call them grenade sensors because they look like little grenades. I'm going to toss them. So, and last but not least, my communication device. I'm not using a radio. I'm not using things like that because, yes, you can use radio. We're going to use the Magic 8 Ball redneck style, and it will tell me exactly what's going on. Are there any ghosts tonight? It says ask again later. So, okay. Fair enough. So now I think it's appropriate that if I'm going to do the ghost hunting, you should wait for it to be dark or nighttime, preferably, because that's when. Well, okay. Apparently, it's called the witching hour, which is between 2 or 3. I think it's 2 to 4, 2 to 4 in the morning. So that's the witching hour. So, like the most sensitive things are between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. So, I'm not going to wake up that early. I am a full grown man. I like my sleep. So we're gonna try to find stuff while it's daytime. Okay, I really don't want there to be any ghosts in my house. And I really don't feel like, man, I'm gonna discover something in my own house. I feel like that's like saying, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot here. Because I just feel like if I was to find a ghost, let me not find it in my own house. So, unfortunately, my son is sleeping in his bed, and I don't want to go anywhere right now. But I do want to test these out. So, I think we're going to try out my closet. And the reason why we're going to check out my closet is because my D&D room is probably the scariest place in the whole house. So, let's go check it out. I have gotten creepy vibes from the D&D room. So, I got these weird things. Hold on, I'm quiet. Alright, quiet. See? This is why. Okay. Alright, I'm not turning the light on because you can get the idea. But it is kind of a creepy place to be, like, when no one's really watching. I got these weird artifacts in my room that scare the crap out of me sometimes. And when I first got the room, I was afraid to go in here by myself. But I got used to it. But let's start here anyway. All right, so I am sitting on the floor at my Dungeons and Dragons room, and it's pretty quiet in here. But I'm going to start off the session by asking if there's any spirits. You always ask if there's any spirits in the room, because if you don't ask that, then it's just rude. And then how else are they going to make themselves known? Because it's like walking to somebody else's house without knocking first. So, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and ask if there's anything around here first. So, let's pull out our nifty 8-ball asking order. Shake it. Shake it. I can't really see. It's really dark, but it's much lighter in the video than it is in the thing. So, are there any spirits here tonight or today? Should I say? And if there are any spirits in this room, please do not let there be any spirits in this room. But if there are, make yourself known. Thank you. That is so blurry. I can't even see anything. I can't. You're seeing exactly how I see it in this room. I can't even see it. Hold on. Okay. It's right here. Pow. Whoa. It's too bright. Let's see. What's that? Come on. Is it upside down? Man. B. Better not tell you. Better not tell you now. Okay. Okay. So better not tell me now. Which is probably why it knows I'm gonna freak out and leave this room. So look at my arm on my hair is standing up. Oh my god. Because it didn't say no, which I wanted it to say no. Sorry is empty. It just said better not tell you now, which means what does that mean? Let's pull out the EMF reader. Ah, that is a bright EMF reader. I tell you what. Alright, so far. Why are you flashing? Why are you flashing? Stop flashing. Stop flashing. He goes crazy. So. Alright, let's start. Man, I don't like this at all. I do not like this at all. Wait, what is that? Okay, that's the reflection. Okay. So this way makes you flash, and that way makes you flash. But you kind of calm down over here. I don't like this. Why are you going crazy all of a sudden? This is so. Oh man. Why? Be chill. Be chill. Okay, we're chill here. We're chill here. Okay. We're chill. Did you see that? You saw that, right? You see how it was going crazy? Oh my god. Why? What? Okay. Why? Don't go red. Don't go red. Don't go red on me. Don't go red on me. You're supposed to be chill. You're supposed to be chill. You're supposed to be chill. So, I only have one more option. Unless it's all these babies out there. Let's see what happens. I'm going. Get my flashlight ready, just in case. Okay. So far, it's very, very quiet. Shield on me right now. But they could be coming at me from all different angles. Okay, I'm putting all my stuff back into my bag. Now I have my cherry bombs, which, see, if I touch them, they go crazy. So we'll go ahead and get that stuff. Okay, and with that, I'm going to say that this ghost session has been concluded. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've always enjoyed the idea of ghost hunting. I mean, I even had a costume. I never got to wear it for Halloween, but I still have it. I'm pretty happy with it. But the idea of going out there and looking for something that isn't there, it's a challenge, because it's like, could this be it? Could this be the one? Could this prove everybody? Now, a lot of people might tell me, you know what, you're wrong. There is ghosts out there. There's a lot of things, and there's a lot of true believers out there, and they're convinced, and they know, and they'll tell me, don't go mess around with stuff like that. You don't know, and they could very well be right. You just don't go mess with something that you just don't understand, and that's a simple rule. And perhaps that's why it puts chills up my spine when someone says, "Oh, you should go stay in the graveyard at nighttime," and. You know what? Not because of ghosts, but just because of safety issues, and just because of how it's just not an area that we usually go to. Death is definitely a part of life that we all have to face eventually. Understanding the concept of it is a very deep and psychological, emotional view. There's different viewpoints on how you see ghosts, and I just want to see if I can get a reading of something that's there that wasn't there. If I can pick up any sort of detection that there's something there, then I'm going to continue doing this. But if not, this is just going to be one of those things that, you know what? I tried. Someone told me that, you know, ghosts are way smarter than all of us, and we're like a baby compared to them. Like they'll know. They're laughing at us because they know that we're trying to find something that we can't even comprehend, and they're like, no, we're beyond you. We're so beyond you that you're not even able to find us at all. So, but despite all that, I'm gonna try to give it my best shot. We're gonna see how it goes. So that whole experience was kind of wild and crazy. My arm hair did stand up there for a little bit. The EMF reader was going kind of crazy there for a second. The light up bombs did not go off at all, which I'm very happy for. But then again, of course it did, because, you know, they have to be pushed or sensitive or whatever. The 8-ball, I couldn't see nothing from the 8-ball, but it's wild. I was like, please don't let there be something in my room. The EMF reader was going kind of crazy, and it said there was a strange thing in my room. So, and of course there's strange things in my room. I got all this D&D stuff and all these weird things. So I'll let you decide whether or not there's something weird in my room. I'm not going to go chasing it, or I'm not going to go try to make a big deal out of it. Someone said that ghosts love attention, so we're going to see if that's true or not, or maybe just me. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up with my first ghost test video. And I love my little equipment, and I can't wait to try it somewhere else. That'll be fun.